Now, I really enjoyed this episode, and it wasn't due to the fight scene in the earlier half. Honestly, that fight scene was pretty underwhelming, though I don't think this fight was supposed to be this episode's grabber, if you will. The reason I did enjoy this episode though is because it dove into something I stupidly didn't consider a couple of episodes ago. If you go back to my discussion for episode 14, the episode where Raphtalia's mini arc began, in that discussion I mentioned how it made sense for Raphtalia to be the character we focused on. For many reasons. Mainly, I felt like she had taken a back seat for a while due to the focus on Malty, and also because really her backstory I felt was the one we could gain the most information from. I detail it a bit more in the video, so link in the description if you do want to watch it. But, and here's the big part, I also mentioned how we could not go into FILO'S backstory as she doesn't have one. After all, we have been with her since her birth. The only way we could have a focus on FILO is if at the end of her arc, she starts to individualize herself. I mentioned how FILO'S character seems very reliant on others, and most of you agreed, while also mentioning how that reliance is explained by her young age or the fact that she's half animal and some animals need to rely on their owners. But honestly, I did not, for some reason, consider that the focus would be on her future, and that's what this episode so greatly does. It does what episodes 14 and 15 did for Raphtalia, and gives FILO her own reason to continue on this journey with Naofumi besides the motivation of protecting her master / being another one of his faithful swords. Much like Raphtalia with demi-humans, FILO'S motivation now is not only to get as strong as she can to protect Naofumi, but it's to get as strong as she can to protect and lead the FILO'S the best she can when that time comes. More and more, it seems like Naofumi's swords are growing and unknowingly preparing themselves for a world where the shield hero, how they know him, is no longer a thing. And seeing as how Naofumi was the first person that suggested to Raphtalia that she begin doing that, I'm sure he's quite happy seeing all of these doors open for FILO and Raphtalia. However, amidst this greatness, there is also an aspect of this episode that really did annoy me, and it's the fact that Naofumi didn't really try to explain to Victoria that he has put in an effort into clearing up his name. We've seen it. Naofumi has worked tirelessly, whether it be helping out small villages with medicine or cleaning up after the mess that one of the other heroes had left in their travels. Naofumi handled that all in the hopes of clearing up his name from all the bad that surrounds it. Naofumi has tried to clear his name, but he denies it when Victoria brings it up. So I wonder if there's anything to gain from Naofumi's part by admitting to all this time willingly playing this anti-hero or villain role that was assigned to him. It could be that had Naofumi admitted to trying to clear up his name in the past and still not yet getting closer to making up with the other three heroes, that Victoria would have not given him this last chance to make up with them. Or this is just another act of kindness from Naofumi. Now hear me out. Naofumi has this history of playing into his anti-hero / villain role if it's for the benefit or good of somebody else. He would constantly make himself look like a dick while helping out villagers by overcharging them for a job, but when they didn't have enough money, he'd just take something, anything really, and even though he does that, he always ends up looking like a big ol' softie. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the same is happening here. You see, we know Victoria has been alive for a very long time, and that the thing that has been keeping her alive all that time is this promise that she made to her hero, this promise to protect the world. We know how much her hero means to Victoria, and we know how much Filo means to Naofumi. So I wouldn't be surprised if Naofumi is picturing some of Filo when he sees Victoria, just like Victoria throughout the episode sees some of her hero when she sees Naofumi. And I imagine if Filo was in the situation that Victoria just so happens to find herself in, that Naofumi would want that hero to do whatever they can in order to help Filo fulfill her promise. See, Naofumi's just a big ol' softie. Unfortunately though, when it comes to Naofumi, his accumulation of good is never met with an equal good. More so, it's met with an equal bad. Now, I haven't the faintest idea why Ren and Itsuki were looking for what I'm assuming was where the cardinal weapons are stored, or why they were surprised when they found out that they weren't there, seeing that they literally have the damn things. But I'm sure I'm not speaking out of my ass when I say that I'm confident that what happened to Itsuki, Ren, and their parties will somehow end up being blamed on Naofumi. The last person we saw tailing them was mine, and I doubt that Motoyasu was there, and even more that he greenlight this attack on both the sword and bow heroes. Though I do not doubt mine will hesitate to inform Motoyasu of his fellow cardinal heroes' untimely deaths and just who exactly was behind it all. Which means that we're probably going to have another face-off between Naofumi and Motoyasu rather soon. A face-off where hopefully this time the winner is the most deserving of victory, but most importantly where hopefully some of the truth finally comes to light. But hey, these are my thoughts and I'm curious to read yours. If you're an anime only, let me know what you think is going to happen. What was Victoria talking about when she mentioned whether the heroes will decide to fight for the people or the world? Will this round 2 of Naofumi and Motoyasu actually happen? And if you're a manga/light novel reader, let me know how you felt Kinema Citrus adapted this episode, and feel free to start a discussion on anything I forgot to mention. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, it helps the channel out a lot, and also feel free to follow me on Twitter, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and to hit that bell. That way you don't miss a video and can keep on watching The Rising of the Shield Hero and many other series with me. I'm sorry for the delay on Attack on Titan Season 3 Episode 13. It will be out sometime. Bet. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.